I have a story for you. It's about a bridge, 3 goats, a troll, and a sandwich. It goes like this. Once upon a time, there were 3 goats, and they were known to everyone in the community as the Billy Goats Gruff. Not because they were particularly gruff. In fact, they were pretty fun-loving and easygoing fellas. They might have been called Gruff because they each had a gruff of hair on their foreheads. They were brothers, and they lived in a valley at the bottom of a mountain. Their favorite place to go was the high meadow because it had the sweetest grass. But in order to get to the high meadow, they had to cross a little bridge, and under this little bridge there lived a troll who had a reputation for being very fearsome toward anyone who tried to cross. One day, the goats agreed it would be a wonderful day to head up to the high meadow. The littlest Billy Goat Gruff went along first, and when he crossed the bridge, it sounded like this. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. "Who's that crossing my bridge?" said the troll. The littlest Billy Goat Gruff said, "It's just me, the littlest Billy Goat Gruff." "Well, I'm going to eat you for my breakfast," said the troll. "Well now, wait a minute," said the littlest Billy Goat Gruff. "I'm just so small and I'm not very tasty. If I were you, I'd wait for my bigger brother to come along. He would make a much better meal." The greedy troll reluctantly agreed, and he let the littlest Billy Goat Gruff go along on his way. Soon enough, along came the medium-sized Billy Goat Gruff. His hoofs on the bridge sounded like this. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. "Who's that crossing my bridge?" said the troll. He was grumpier now because he was getting more hungry. The medium-sized Billy Goat Gruff said, "It's just me, the medium-sized Billy Goat Gruff." "Well, I'm going to eat you for my breakfast and my lunch," says the troll. "Well, now hang on a minute there," said the medium-sized Billy Goat Gruff. "You might just want to wait for my bigger brother to come along. He would make a much better, much more tasty meal." The greedy troll reluctantly agreed, and he let the medium-sized Billy Goat Gruff go along on his way. Soon enough, along came the biggest Billy Goat Gruff. His hoofs on the bridge sounded like this. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. "Who's that crossing my bridge?" said the very grumpy and very hungry troll. "It's just me, the biggest Billy Goat Gruff." "Well, I'm definitely going to eat you for my breakfast and my lunch and my dinner," said the troll. But the biggest Billy Goat was quite big and quite fearless and quite mild-mannered, and he said, "Oh, you most certainly are not going to eat me up. I'm way bigger than you. I don't feel like being someone's meal today. However, before I left the house, I packed up some peanut butter and jam sandwiches just in case we got tired of eating the sweet grass up in the high meadow. Are you interested in sharing a sandwich?" The troll narrowed his eyes while he thought about his answer, but he soon decided that he was quite hungry for a peanut butter and jam sandwich. "What kind of jam is it, though?" said the troll, still feeling a little bit suspicious about everything. "Well, it's red currant jam. I made it last week," said the biggest Billy Goat Gruff. "And you know, if you want to come along with me up to the high meadow, we could have a picnic together. But if you prefer to stay under your bridge and eat your sandwich there, you can do that too." The troll, with a tiny, happy tear in the corner of his eye, said, "Nobody's invited me up to the high meadow for years. I'd love to go up there." So off they went, trip, trap, stomp, 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 up to the high meadow, the most unlikely of friends, brought together by a peanut butter and jam sandwich. The end.